guys, my name's Becky, this is Let's Talk About Mental Health Awareness, and today we're going to take a look at the rise and fall of Chris Hansen on YouTube and how he has let the community down, especially the anti-Onision community and his victims, but also all his fans and long-time supporters from Chris's like To Catch a Predator days on Dateline.
Why don't you have a seat right over there, please?
Please have a seat.
Matt, why don't you have a seat right over there? Have a seat right over there on the stool for your first action.
So if you don't know who I'm talking about, or if you don't know too much about this, let me just fill you in quickly about the whole situation and why people are upset and angry at Chris. Chris Hansen is a presenter and journalist, or quote marks I should say, in America who was brought to fame by his To Catch a Predator show, where a team working for the channel would talk to online predators posing as teenagers and would film the meetups with these people in a house, while Chris emerged basically from behind a dirty-ass looking curtain and would tell the predator who came to meet up with this minor, have a seat, or, he would basically say, take a seat, or have a seat over there. And that became like his punchline. It was a very popular meme. There was a lot of memes of it, a lot. So why are people upset? Why are people upset? There's a very questionable person on this wonderful platform called Onision, and I'd give you his legal name, but he's changed it more times than most people can keep up with, or certainly more than I can keep up with. Gregory James Jackson, there's a ton. He's received a lot of criticism for his dodgy videos, for many reasons, but let's just start with a couple. Rating teenage fans' bodies that were underage is the key point there. Rating their bodies when they sent pictures on his very perverted forums to him. He would hound another YouTuber called Eugenia Cooney about her eating disorder and her weight, which I can only imagine caused so much distress to her. Like, I wouldn't want someone bringing up my weight and I'd have an eating disorder. Like, never mind when you were that upset about it and that focused on that aspect of your life. That is horrific. The way he's treated everyone in his life, especially partners, but the biggest issue people have become concerned over is his alleged grooming of teenage fans and then meeting up with a couple of them apparently, or maybe at least one, in a certain state in America where the legal age was younger than his state where he lived, so that they could have sex legally. I'm not going to go deep into this. There's a lot of very informative videos that are already out there that can go into more detail than I could about this. But how does this all link to Chris? So why people had high hopes in Chris? Chris came onto the YouTube scene promising new investigations, a dedicated members website for a subscription to exclusive content on the site, and this was the big thing, to look into Onision. People were excited. We were all thinking at this point, boom, he's finished. This evil guy is going behind bars. That would be reasonable, seeing as every person who met up with their supposed teenage FWB were charged with a crime in To Catch a Predator. So we all thought, great, attention on this guy, we'll get him exposed and hopefully prosecuted for his many actions. Chris then said in the video on this channel that the FBI were actually investigating Onision and he had talked to the FBI, and that the victims were in contact with the police, including giving evidence on a victim's laptop that was meant to be given to the FBI by Chris's right-hand man at the time, Vincent Nicotra. Now, did either of these happen? No. Vincent never gave the laptop to the FBI, and eventually I think the victim asked for it back so that they could give it to the right authorities, which is what should have been done the entire time. So we still don't know much about if the investigation is actually even ongoing after Chris saying this. He's not really talked about anything else since then on that subject, even though he's definitely fanned the flames of the rumours himself. So people are understandably upset about all that. And the fact it seems that actually nothing is happening to get justice for Onision's victims and those out there who are under his spell, who are usually younger teenage girls, which, with the behaviours he's shown, which is definitely a narcissistic psychopath or a sociopath, taken from a daughter of one, is very, very worrying. The core group of his die-hard fans do seem to be actually declining, which is good, but there's still a fair few, which is why I'm expecting this video to get completely heavily dislike bombed, so please drop a like to help me with this algorithm, and get this video out to more people, please. It'd mean the world to me, and I'm truly grateful for every single one of you and beautiful people watching, so if you wouldn't mind clicking that notification bell too, I would be very grateful. Back to the video. What has actually happened since? Nothing. So what's happened? No, nothing that's evident. Onision tried to take Chris and another YouTuber to court, but served the wrong Chris Hansen and then dropped the case against Repzion in court that very day. And I must say, there were some beautiful, hilarious pictures of how Onision turned up to court, so just check these out. You have to see these. Okay, so this might be a dumb thing, but why is this an issue? Well, Chris had the hopes and the backing of literally thousands in this situation. Yet an article recently came out saying he's selling the story to the Onision case, and it looks like it was all for the money and to boost his new YouTube channels, which is disgusting to me. You can't pretend to be a bastion of hope and justice for victims and those in similar situations, only to lie, deny, and then whine when people online show their disappointment in you. Abuse is always horrific and unnecessary, but so is telling the victims you'll fight for them only to try and cash out after you milked everything you could out of it. Chris seems to pretend he's a respectable, trustworthy and dedicated journalist, but he's shown this to be totally false and that he'll say anything to make a quick buck to try to dig himself out of his heavy debt. I won't go into that, but he's in a lot of financial difficulty apparently, and was arrested for cashing fake checks after spending all his Kickstarter given funds, giving no rewards, and then tried to use the fake checks to buy merchandise for those rewards. So he basically took a load of money, didn't do out with it, spent that on whatever he spent it on, and then used fake checks to buy the shit he was meant to use the actual money he was given for that stuff. Is it just me? Is that messed up? It's messed up. Sorry, I'm angry. I shouldn't be this angry. I just think you can't say to someone who's been abused, I'm going to help you, I'm going to get you justice, and then you just turn it into a money thing or a views thing. Like, that is messed up. That is really messed up. I'm sorry, I'm going to stop there because I could keep going. So, this was a short look at the whole situation. If you'd like a more in-depth video, please let me know and I will do my best to accommodate. There is a lot to this thing. There is so much to the Onision and the Chris situation, but I can't go into it without a whole lot more runtime where I show receipts and proof of everything that's available. But again, if you're interested in that, drop me a comment, and thank you so much for watching. As always, stay cool, stay safe, peace.